Hound Dog?
So, yeah, if you go back perfect.
Is Hound Dog there?
I'm going to start on 1.
Oh,
Okay.
Brian? Hey, here we are. Oh,
What?
Oh,
Hey!
it was like the Friendly Giant. Look
Oh,
up,
yeah.
way up.
And I'll call Rusty. Well, look over this way, and I'll call Andrew Zwarich. Andrew, come on in here. Our trusted star producer. You're a producer, right, Andrew?
No.
It's not important. I just made you one. He just got promoted.
Yeah,
you,
he was
Andrew.
handing us hot off the presses.
That's right.
The lead highlight pack, the only highlights, so we don't need to rush to those because we don't have any other highlights.
Well, we should say, though, that, of course, this is our final week in Season 1 of Jay and Dan. And so let's have a look at the calendar. There you go. Cross off another day. Just 3 more shows after this one, Dan.
And then it's Margaritas at Bobby Mack's.
You think you actually would get invited to Bobby Mack's cottage where
Here's-
he has the margarita machine?
Here's the thing. Someone messaged us on social media, said, I'm Bobby's neighbor.
Oh,
So that's our aim.
okay, perfect.
We won't be invited.
Does Bobby like that neighbor? We should
We'll
probably
find
check. Shall we get started?
Yeah.
The home run derby, which I sometimes have criticized in the past, but this year was pretty entertaining.
It was.
Bryce Harper looking to become just the 3rd player in Derby history to win at his home stadium.
From your Washington Nationals!
They're excited to see Harper facing Freddie Freeman, who Dan always mentions is a dual citizen. In round 1, just needs 13 homers to move on. Showed off his power in front of the DC faithful. Hit 3 homers over 460 feet. The only participant this year to compete in the Derby before. He lost in the final 5 years ago. Wouldn't need his bonus to beat Freeman. He said this is probably his last Derby. He only took part because, well, it's in Washington. He cruises into the semifinals, much to the delight of the hometown crowd.
In another first-round match, Alex Bregman facing Kyle Schwarber. After Schwarber hit 17, Bregman needs to make a late charge.
That's going to be close. Oh, that one may tie it.
And listen to this crowd right
At the
now.
buzzer.
Heartbreak Hotel, baby.
And the instant.
Bregman that close from tying it. Justin Verlander and his Astros teammates thought he had it.
So that guy.
Instead, Schwarber breathes a huge sigh of relief and moves on to the semis.
Now, he faced a stiff challenge in the semis,
Child so hot.
did Schwarber. It's Philly slugger Rhys Hoskins. He has the fewest homers this season of anyone, but you wouldn't know it by watching him here. He belts 20 bombs, forcing Schwarber to step his game up.
That's a bomb, but foul.
17. He still has those extra 30.
This is going to come down to the wire right here. And the crowd is really getting into it. These Nats fans are loving Kyle Schwarber right now.
Oh, he did it. That
And
one is center field second deck.
And he knows he has the 30-second bonus, so he's going to take his time here, try to hit one more. He doesn't even need it.
Stay fair. That's fair. That's gone. Schwarber, 21 to advance.
Schwarber with 8 home runs in the final minute to take it.
This is a rookie. 3 in
And
the
there's the
first
bat
half
flip.
of the
Schwarber
And Kyle
moving on to the
Schwarber,
finals after
63
winning a
Hoskins.
crazy semi-final duel with Hoskins.
The other semi featuring Harper and Max Muncy after the Dodger slugger only put up 12. Harper gets his 13th with more than a minute still left on the clock. Harper putting on a show for Nats fans, giving out souvenirs left and right as he moves on to the final round.
He was tested in that final round with Schwarber. The Cubs slugger blasted 18 home runs. Schwarber looking to become the first Cub to win the Derby since Sammy Sosa back in 2000. He puts Harper in a tough spot, but the Nats All-Star entered the final well-rested, started off slowly. hitting only 9 homers and just over a minute left before he uses his last timeout. Schwarber holding a 9-home-run lead at the time. Here's the TSN turning point.
It's tough to throw strikes consistently out here. I don't care who you are.
There goes another, so Harper now double digits. 45 to go with 30 extra seconds. Pitch inside. His dad has pulled a few.
It seems like if he gets a ball near the zone, it's a home run, so you just got to get him close.
Yep, he's in another groove here with 12 and 13. Here goes 14. Here comes Bryce Harper.
Oh, my goodness, this is getting fun. This is going to be interesting.
This is going to be over soon.
Oh,
he hammers another one.
Oh, my goodness.
That one's popped up. Remember, there are still 30 seconds of bonus time. That one could pull him within one. Clock stops. He's got 30 seconds.
Yes.
Harper with 9 home runs in the final minute to tie it, and shortly into his bonus round, he caps off an incredible night, walking it off in front of his hometown fans, becoming the 3rd player in Home Run Derby history to win at his home ballpark. He is also the first left-handed hitter to win the Home Run Derby since Prince Fielder back in 2012. Also becomes the first player in Nationals/Expos history to win this thing. It's round 2 of Scherzer versus Sale at the Midsummer Classic. The 2 aces have been named the starters for Tuesday's All-Star Game for the 2nd year in a row. That is the first time that that's happened since 1940.
This, with Scherzer being one of the starters, this is the first time one of our former co-workers starts an All-Star Game.
Well, this is an amazing lineup for the American League, Dan. You got Mookie Betts leading off, playing center field. Reigning AL MVP Jose Altuve, his .332 average follows him. Mike Trout will hit 3rd. He's an All-Star for the 7th time. In fact, he's one of 5 players to win multiple All-Star Game MVPs, along with, listen to these names, Steve Garvey, Cal Ripken, Willie Mays, and Gary Carter, my favorite player growing up. Nobody's ever won 3 All-Star Game MVPs. And then in the senior circuit, fresh off winning the Home Run Derby, Bryce Harper hitting 6th. That's the lowest he's hit in an All-Star lineup since 2013 when he hit in the number 9 spot. He's hitting .214 right now, so not having his best season. But that'll just be a nice build-up, right, for the fans. They'll just be waiting for him to get to the plate.
And we saw Manny Machado's name.
Yes.
Phillies supposedly front runners for him right now.
Yeah, that's the big talk on Monday. It's Monday when we're doing this, right?
It's Monday.
Yeah. The big talk is that the Phillies have moved to the front of the pack to acquire Manny Machado. How about those Phillies?
Guess what I got here?
What's that?
Big CFL news.
Is there someone in the back there?
Heard someone get hurt.
Everything
Hopefully
okay,
they're
guys? Okay,
Someone got hit
figure
by
it
a
out.
door, I think.
Yeah, I think it might have been Andrew. After I promoted him to producer, he couldn't handle the pressure and he went right into a door.
Here's the news I have. 6-time NFL Pro Bowler Terrell Owens has activated his 10-day clause with the Edmonton Eskimos. That gives Edmonton 10 days to make Owens a contract offer. If they do, they'd retain his rights for another year. Now, if Owens signs, he'd be eligible to make his debut on August 2nd. The NFL's 2nd leading receiver all time hasn't played professional football since 2012. He'll be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on August 4th. It should be noted he is, 44?
44 years old. It would be really something if he was wearing the green and gold.
Good news for Stamps fans. Bo Levi Mitchell participated in a limited practice Monday. 28-year-old left Thursday's game against the Red Blacks after taking a low hit from defensive lineman Danny Mason. According to head coach Dave Dickinson, Levi is day-to-day, if not, quote, week-to-week.
So likable, isn't he? The Toronto Argonauts have signed running back and returner Dexter McCluster. He's just 29. Originally drafted by the Chiefs in 2010, played 4 seasons, made a Pro Bowl appearance in 2013. McCluster played 58 games with KC before splitting time with the Titans and Chargers. For more, let's bring in the nail gun. It's our CFL insider, Dave Naylor. It is always great to see Dave. Dave, what a season we're having, especially off the field. Is there actually a chance we see Terrell Owens play in the Canadian Football League?
I still think it's a thin chance. I mean, the oldest professional football receiver ever was Jerry Rice at 42. Terrell Owens is 44. But he clearly has an interest in playing the Canadian Football League. Speaking to his agent, Jason Storozic, tonight, he said, yeah, T.O. wants to play in the CFL. You know, he wants to play in the NFL, but if he can't, he wants to play in the Canadian Football League. And that's why on July 14th, he activated the 10-day window during which the Edmonton Eskimos, who have his rights based on the negotiation list, must make him an offer. If they don't, by the 24th of July, he would be a free agent. And, you know, there's lots of buzz that other teams might be interested.
And Dave, one of the all-time great Canadian wide receivers expected to call it a career this week.
Yeah, Andy Fantuz, who came out of the University of Western Ontario, was a first-round pick of the Saskatchewan Roughriders back in 2006. And what a career he had. I mean, really, in those years with Saskatchewan, he was great. And I think it probably tore his heartstrings, well, I know it did, when he left by a free agency to go closer to home in Hamilton. And, you know, he didn't have as great a career with the Tiger Cats as he did with Saskatchewan, but you add it all up, you know, I think if you're doing a list of top 5, top 10 all-time Canadian receivers, Andy Fantuz has got to be somewhere on that list. And, yeah, I think he gave it a strong consideration to play one more year at age 34, but we expect him to hang it up later this week.
Let's see those Fantuz flakes right behind you. You got a box there. You can go out on that.
I got them right here. Yeah,
yeah, they're right there.
Now, exactly. Now, you know, these things, when they went on the shelves in Saskatchewan, like, they were gone, like in 48 hours or something. So.
Yeah.
You talk about collector's items, keepers. That's why I got a home alarm here, guys, so no one breaks in and steals these babies.
Thanks, Nail Gun.
See ya.
You're watching SportsCenter with Jay and Dan.
Oh.
I think our humor's improved.
Featuring Canada's most beloved sports anchor, Dan O'Toole.
The Calgary Flames signed forward Elias Lindholm to a 6-year, $29 million contract. Lindholm, who was acquired by the Flames in a trade back in June, is entering his 6th season in the league. He had 16 goals, 28 assists with the Canes last season.
A lot of people wanted this guy. Calgary got him. Had to give up Dougie Hamilton to get him. Our good friend Jeff O'Neill. Actually, I don't know if Jeff would consider me a good friend.
Yeah, a friend.
A friend, maybe. More of a work acquaintance.
Co-worker.
He questioned this deal just based on the goal totals over the course of the 6 seasons or 5 seasons that he's been in the league.
Can we hear Jeff O'Neill's soundbite?
Oh, yeah. Can we hear that? Wayne, it's there. Wow.
Yeah.
That's Jeff. There it is. You know, Dan, not many people knew. This is something you might not have even known. There was an alternate audio feed for the Home Run Derby.
Oh, I heard something about that.
Yes, yeah. Oh, well, here's a sample.
Welcome to the 2018 MLB Home Run Derby. Some great hitters here and one special participant out there on the field, my son Jeremy. I had to pull a lot of strings to get him out there. Hopefully, he doesn't disappoint me. This one looks like it should be an easy one for Jeremy, and he dropped it. This one hit hard, it's heading back, and no! Home run. He wasn't even close. Of course, Jeremy is using the glove I got him for his birthday, and by using, I mean blowing it. Jeremy, hustle! All my parenting being totally wasted. Up, 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 up to your room, Jeremy! Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to have another kid. High fly ball is heading towards Jeremy, and he got one! Wait, no, that's not my kid. Damn it! Well, that's all the time we have for the Derby. I'm taking myself and myself alone for ice cream.
Poor Jeremy. A lot of pressure on that.
Tough love.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yep.
And this has been a great portion of the show.
Yeah,
we have
we're
all
just-
these papers here that Tim insisted on
Yeah.
putting here.
It's really bothering me.
Yeah, you don't like clutter.
No.
And Tim, I think the reason Tim had to sit over here for this entire show is because he knew that about you. He's systematically getting under your skin.
I was going to add another term, but I can't say that.
Yeah. When we come back, we roll out the top baseball Jannies from the first half of the season. Well, Tim will like that. He loves that segment.
Tim Hortons drive-through.
And he handed him the trophy. That was the one.
Biggest stories in the world of sports.
What a
Bryce
terrific
Harper, your
rally
home run
Bryce
derby
Harper.
champion. He did the
For a while, it felt like it wasn't
two-handed bat
expected
flip.
for him.
Harper outslugged Kyle Schwarber, becoming just the third player to win the Derby in his home stadium. In total, Harper hit 45 home runs. Calgary Flames signed Elias Lindholm to a 6-year, $29 million contract extension. To a $29 million extension. See, we're sitting in these stupid chairs. I'm all messed up. Toronto Argos have signed former NFLer Dexter McCluster, originally the 36th overall pick. Yeah, McCluster appeared in 89 career NFL games.
Whew. That was fun.
Yeah.
You just don't like this. You don't like all this stuff. You know, all this
Who
clutter.
would? It's unpleasing to the eye.
So are we, in general.
So you're probably wondering, this is where we have the Jannies. It's
Yeah.
the best and worst of the day, but there was only a home run derby, so what did we do?
We decided to show you the best Jannies from the first half of the Major League Baseball season.
I came up with that idea.
I know you did, and I know you loved this on Canada Day when Nick Castellanos crushed one to deep center field, which looked to be a home run, only to have Kevin Pillar steal that home one away. And Castellanos appreciated it.
I actually didn't come up with this idea for the Jannies. I found out about it the same time you did at home. Flashing back to April, Yankees, Angels, Cole Calhoun, spectacular diving. He's always pumped up. That is a great catch.
That was awesome. Look at him. Yes, I'm a baseball player. How about this one? This was incredible, too. Jays Mariners, James Paxton, no-hitter through 6. Kyle Seager dives. What a throw. Gets Pillar at first. Paxton became just the second Canadian to ever throw a no-hitter. Yeah. Fantastic. Canadian.
Tigers and Cubs, Joe Madden calls Javi Baez the most exciting player in baseball. Avoids the tag at the plate. They call it a swim move. Nice slide by Javi Baez.
Also on Independence Day, Twins and Brewers, Brian Dozier. Robbed by Keon Broxton. I mean, that is amazing stuff to pull that one back.
Braves and Phillies, Freddie Freeman. His mom's from Peterborough, Ontario, my hometown. Thinks he's got a home run. Udubo Herrera. But he went into the shrubbery. Could have hurt himself. Twigs hurt.
It's a lesson from Dan. Twigs hurt. Sticking with some April baseball, Cubs and Rockies. Albert Almora Jr. lays out to make an incredible grab. One of just a few that he made in this game. He's had a good first half in the field.
Reds and Cards. This was just a few days ago. Matt Carpenter hits it deep. Billy Hamilton. Leaping grab, very awkward looking. But he made it work. His pitcher, what? Oh, man.
This one less than a month ago, Dodgers and Mets. Jock Peterson is a friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. Looks to have an RBI double. Michael Conforto.
That ball was well struck, and it kept on working its way away from Conforto, who makes
And Braves and Rockies round things out. Carlos Gonzalez. Pop fly. He fouled it off. Charlie Culberson over the tarp into the stands. Oh my God, is he okay? He's okay. Did knock over any drink. Oh, he did kind of smash someone's water. It's just water. There's more where that came from.
Before we get to the plays of the week, it's time for another edition of What Did I Learn on My Summer Internship on SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. Here's our summer intern, Ainsley McPhail.
I learned the names of all the staff, and I have no idea what they do.
I'm Gleb, and I'm a camera guy.
Get a load of those highlights because, Not sure if you noticed, but this is the slowest week in the sports calendar.
But I
year.
think one thing that our viewers will be thrilled about, and our regular viewers, we appreciate watching season 1. It's almost coming to a close. Is that Gleb, our other beloved camera guy, you know, there's Glenn and then there's Gleb. Gleb is alive. Gleb, we thought he had died a little while ago, and he's back. He's okay.
Yeah, Gleb not dead.
It's a little bit like Bobby Ewing on Dallas.
But at the end of this season, there will be a cliffhanger.
Yes, there will. That's coming up later in the week, so you'll want to stay tuned for that.
Adam Graves looking great.
Yeah, and Ron McClain, who has often said that we are the greatest influence on his career.
Hey, France's 2018 FIFA World Cup winning squad arrived home to a hero's welcome on Monday. You know what? The team got off the plane, and then they had a parade right away.
Boom!
Packed, thousands of cheering fans. Players, they were driven down the famous street in an open-top double-decker bus. Squad got a flyover from the French Air Force. France's second ever World Cup parade ended with a celebration with the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, Trump's good buddy. So that's how you do it. You don't wait a week to have your parade.
Yes. All North American pro sports teams take a lesson from the French. You know your city. You don't need a week to plan it. You know all the streets. It's like, oh, well, what streets do we have? Okay.
Speaking of something kind of similar, you know what this should go back to? I remember going to weddings with my family as a kid, and people, the bride and groom would leave from the reception straight to the airport.
Right.
They'd go right on their
There's
honeymoon.
something romantic about that, right? And they have the just married, the cans trailing
and it's
the
brilliant
car.
because you're like, you guys clean up this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Clean all of this up.
So,
So take a
people
lesson.
having your weddings this summer, follow
Get
on.
out of there.
Yeah.
Don't stick around.
Yeah.
From France and weddings to Italy. Cristiano Ronaldo touchdown in Turin on Monday to complete his blockbuster €100 million transfer to Juventus from Real Madrid. There he is greeting some fans and some photographers. Juventus dubbed it CR7 Day. Ronaldo spent some time just getting to know everybody and wearing mesh shirts, which were very popular in the 80s.
He's trying to pass the medical test. Couldn't pass the walking test.
I can walk. So, you know what I didn't realize?
What's that?
I gotta find it here. Juventus hasn't won the Champions League since '96. Wow, it's a long time. It's exciting times for Serie A to get Ronaldo there. You Blew It is our segment where we point out all the things we did wrong. Dan blew the entire Tim Hortons drive-thru, and then you blamed the chairs. You also blew it when you said, with Max Scherzer starting the All-Star game, this will be the first time a former coworker has started an All-Star game. He started last season's All-Star game, so I guess it's the second time he started. And I blew it when I called Jeff the O-Dog O'Neill a good friend. I did correct myself and call the O-Dog a work acquaintance, but even that may be a stretch.
Maybe he can respond. Oh, no, he's on holidays.
Yeah, no chance. But he seems to just watch TV all the time and tweet about it.
He's definitely watching this show.
Yeah. So, shout out to the O-Dog. A good work acquaintance.
Nice job.